Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Alright, so I don't remember if I've shown you this since I've got the body done. We decided to keep it clear. Kind of like it this way. It doesn't really come across on camera as well as it turned out, but it looks good, real good actually. Anyway, before we get into this, we got to rebuild on the differential. So here's the differential parts from JJ Customs, as I said earlier. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring this up real quick. 8.2% of you are subscribed. All you got to do is press the red button that says subscribe. It'll keep you up to date. Don't forget to smash the bell. You'll get all the notifications. We got some really cool stuff coming up with this car. And also, with that rebuild of the rear differential, I'm going to show you how to take one of these and install this particular, I guess they call it a locker. And it's all one piece. There's not like 4 or 5 pieces, and then you got your drive cups. So we're going to get that installed. We're going to put that in the rear differential, and then we're going to take this out and run this on 8S today. I'm hoping it doesn't go bad in any way, shape, or form. This is a very expensive build. So we're going to do that and see how fast it goes in a straight line, not through the air. But anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started on this rebuild. Alright, guys. As I said, I'm going to show you how to do this real quick, because this, when I first got this, I noticed there was no holes for the gear, right? So I wasn't sure how to assemble this, so I reached out and asked them, you know, how do you put this in, because there's no holes. So I'm looking for a style like this that has the holes in it for the bolts. It just sits there, right? But they sent me the information on it. All you do is you take this and you install it into your original differential. Okay, that's easy enough. But I wanted to show you why we're changing differentials. This one here looks like a great style, don't get me wrong, but it has come completely loose, and I've repaired this one 2 or 3 times now. As you can see, I don't know if you can see right here, I put in some really big grade 8 bolts, Loctited them with the red stuff so they're not coming loose, and now there's no heads on them anymore, so I've got to cut these off to get my gear off. But this style worked great until I went to 8S, and now it doesn't work anymore. So I'm going with this style, which is a single piece. The center cannot come loose, so we're gonna go with that. All right. And also, just for comparison, this is a Traxxas differential. This actually come out of an eRevo 2.0. Look at the size difference of this stuff. I'll hold it in the same orientation. And here's the thing. This one is 10 times worse than this one. This one doesn't destroy gears left and right. This one does. And they don't make any type of upgraded gear. This is a brand new gear I just put on this one for my eRevo because it keeps shredding teeth off of it, and I don't know why, but man, this thing keeps breaking left and right. But these Arrma ones, I mean, I'll have this gear on it when it's all said and done, but these things just don't break like that. And I don't know if they're made out of the same material as far as powdered metal, but if you look, these here, you can see they're cut differently than the Arrma style, and these ones are powdered metal. I think these ones are not powdered metal, so I think that's why these are so much stronger than the Traxxas. But that's enough talking about Traxxas. Personally, I'm not a fan of Traxxas, at least not their eRevo. The Rustler 4x4, let's see, what do I have from Traxxas? The X-Max is awesome. The Rustler 2-wheel drive, the Bandit 2-wheel drive, the Rustler 4x4, TRX4, eRevo 2.0, and the only one I really care for is the X-Max. The rest of them are just pretty much uncontrollable when you make them fast. Unlike Arrma, when you start making them fast, they're still controllable. So that's my take on Traxxas. Anyway, let's go ahead and do a quick time lapse on how to install this little locker into a differential, and then we're going to put this gear on it, and I'll put it back in the car. And they send different cups with it, which are awesome. with grub screws. You just Loctite them in. Let's go ahead and get started on this. Alright guys, just like I said, we're back out here. We're going to shoot this thing up and down this a couple of times, see what we get. Like I said, there's my guess on the very first pass. We are running two 4S batteries, Castle 2028 and the XLX2, GPS, JX EcoBoost servo. The Hoons, I've got 3 sets of Hoons with me today, so I'm not 100% sure if it's going to run faster on the silvers, the whites, the golds, and I've also got some GRPs with me. And then our next thing is foams, and also we got a carbon fiber thing coming for it, front splitter and a center brace, and then that's with the body on it. I do have these little things down here that I put on so I can actually bolt the side of the body on. That way there's no flapping or potential for, you know, crashes. Anyway, Sean's RCs, that's where this is all at. Clearly you found the channel. I'm sponsoring it on this one. But every sticker on here, these people have had something to do with this car as far as me buying a part from them, giving me information. The body's from Delta Plastic, the batteries are Red Lines, Cons Customs for the those little air dam flap thingies, I forget what they call them. Custom RC upgrades for the tow bar. JJ Customs has been the biggest help on this build so far with plenty of information and parts. Custom RC upgrades on the rear wing, and then of course it's an Arrma Limtless. Anyway guys, that's enough talking, let's run it. Alright guys, clearly we're back in the shop. I'm sure you've seen those passes. I made a total of what, 3.5 passes. The first one went sideways. The second one was only like 83 miles an hour, and it rolled over because of a correction I made when it decided to go sideways. The second one was 87 miles an hour, same situation. I had to make a correction, and I overcorrected to either one way or the other, and it rolled. The third one wasn't too bad actually. It was doing pretty good until it started pulling to the left pretty good, and I made a correction again and it rolled. So here's the thing guys, I am not using a gyro, I'm not using perfect pass, I'm not using any of that stuff. So oh yeah, and it hit 98 miles an hour. So my guess of 148.4 was incorrect. I hit 98 miles an hour first outing of this car. But guys, here's the thing. I'm going to order a gyro for it, and I'm ordering perfect pass for it, because trying to control every aspect of the car manually is not impossible, but very, very hard. And also with these wheels, I don't know if you can see this, it's got some in and out play and some left and right play in the rear. We're going to go ahead and fix all that. Same with this, in and out, not so much left and right here. This one's got a ton of left and right and in and out. That could be another reason why I'm losing traction and it starts drifting to the left or to the right. And it's done, broke my wing for like the 50th time. So we're getting rid of this wing completely. And well, hold on. The body's not completely trashed. It's pretty scraped up, but it does have a hole here now, and I need to fix that hole before we can continue running. The plastic of it, or the plastic, isn't too bad a shape for what it is, but it is definitely scraped up pretty good. So we're going to fix this hole. I'm going to leave the scrapes because there's nothing I can really do about it. Oh yeah, and we broke one of these Cons custom diffuser thingies that go under the wheel, which these are 3D printed, guys, and they're not very strong. These, I mean, they do work. If you don't crash, they're not going to break, but, well, I mean, I can break it in my hand, so they're not super strong. I'll probably order the aluminum ones for it just because they're stronger, and if you do crash, they bend. You can bend them back, bolt them back on, so at least it's not a complete loss, unlike the plastic ones. So, and it took some splitter damage, so I've got a carbon fiber one coming. That'll be done and over with. I haven't reviewed the onboard footage of it yet. I'm sure it looks pretty sweet. And then also, it took this thing off the mount for the body post, which at least the screws are still there, just ripped them out. So anyway, there's that. It's a kind of a disappointment, if you will. I was expecting better numbers, but again, guys, no gyro, no perfect pass, just me and the car, and not to mention how windy it was today. It was probably a good solid 10-mile-an-hour headwind, or just a little bit of a crosswind. Not too bad though, but it definitely does play a factor. Anyway, guys, until next time, I'll see you later.